Risk of Rain 2, a great game and the first roguelike I properly played. Today, I'll be making a tier list and showing you the best, the worst, the funny, gambling, am I right?
No, I lost it all.
The stupid,
3, 2, 1, go.
the unintended,
You're literally calling dibs on my dead body.
Yeah,
and the most broken exploits. Dude, I'm just... Look how many items are on the floor. Dude, look how many items are on the floor. Risk of Rain 2 is a game that doesn't tell you how to play, or how not to play. As such, it is up to the players to decide what works, and what doesn't. I no-clipped through the map! What the fuck? Hold up, I'm about to die to him. Oh my god, he one-shot me. We begin right here, down in the dumps in F tier. First up, we have Commando. I'm on Commando.
No, you don't. Shut the fuck up.
He's the first character any new player unlocks in the game, along with the Huntress, and is easily the worst. Commando's abilities are just not fun to use. The wiki says he is a jack of all trades, which is not what you want in a game like Risk of Rain 2. Ideally, you do one or two things really well, and completely ignore everything else. There's no other character who legitimately struggles to kill these beetle things. Out of every movement ability in the game, Commando's is easily the worst. No crazy speed, no ramming, no flight, just roll. Playing in a party, your primary role is dealing with the small annoying flying guys. You are a fly swatter. Like any fast firing character, debuffs are really good. So bleed, collapse, fire, etc. are your best friends. F tier. Alright, next up, we have this guy. Void Fiend. He's probably good, but I find him incredibly tedious and annoying to use, to the point that I'll probably never touch him again after this video. The morph form is really good, but the problem is, unlike a normal ability, you can't control when it activates. Sure, there's some bullshit with, oh, just don't heal when in it, or take damage strategically to activate the thingy. But this is much too impractical to actually deal with, and most of the time ends up working against you. This is not helped at all by the fact that his normal form sucks really badly. It's just bad. As with all F tiers, I spent half the game spectating my friend who was playing an actually good character. Corruption consistently activates at the worst possible times. It then deactivates when you actually need it, and you're left naked and afraid. He also sounds like a dog in heat, which is really fucking weird. Annoying. F tier. The Huntress. She has seeking primary shots, which work in any direction as long as you're within range, a boomerang that bounces between targets, and this ability, which lets you fly up into the sky and designate an area for aerial bombardment. The problem? None of these actually do any damage. I mean seriously, look at this. It's ridiculous. Pair this with an equally big lack of HP, and you have a glass cannon without the cannon. Glass. Huntress's level of health issues are only achievable on most other characters by using shaped glass, an item which literally halves your health for those who don't know. Dash is actually really good, and can cancel fall damage if used correctly. Scaling is really bad, and you will have issues after the first 3 stages or so. F tier. Next up, not a character, but a map. Or better said, 2 maps. Helminth Hatchery and Sulfur Pools. Helminth is not really that bad on its own. Sure, the vertical structure makes it annoying to traverse, and it has bad lighting in some places. But the real reason it's all the way down here is what it took for me. Every time I see it on stage 5, the only thing I can think of is how much I'd rather have Sky Meadow instead. F tier. Sulfur Pools is well deserving of an F tier. This level has a wide and plentiful selection of every enemy in the game that pisses me off. Dude, I'm actually suck at aiming, oh my god. We have the Blind Pest, which is very true to its name as a pest, but not so much blind as they hit every fucking shot. This incarnation, created through extensive genetic research and breeding the Chinese spy balloon with the Jewish space laser, and Dune Striders. I don't like them. On top of this, the whole level is also drenched in a thick layer of cat pee. Disgusting. Piss pools, F tier.
Scenarios.
C tier. Things here are bad, but maybe, just maybe, not absolutely horrible. First of C tier, we have Captain. Primary. Fast firing and a shotgun spread, or hold, to focus down your fire into a single compressed pellet. Secondary. Taser. This only works on one enemy at a time. it is completely useless. Shift. Call down an orbital strike. Decent damage, but the delay of a few seconds gives your target plenty of time to use the very difficult and mentally challenging tactic of simply moving 2 meters to the right. R. Call down a healing beacon. The healing is decent, I guess, but I've never really found myself using it, because by the time you need it, you're already dead. Defensive microbots do jack shit most of the time. I might as well not exist. C tier. Moving on, we have Mercenary. Mercenary is the true master of the sword. He slashes, double slashes. Shit, oh shit, oh shit! Oh shit!
Don't die, man.
As I was saying, slash, double cut, triple penetration dash, invincibility for a few seconds, and slash a bunch during that time too, so on. On top of this, Mercenary is generally really fun to play. So, why the low rating? Well, despite all the flashy effects, you don't do a whole lot of damage, and being up close and personal has its downsides. Actually, it has mostly downsides. Most of the time, I end up dying to some random BS. What the fuck? With no clue what actually killed me. Flying enemies are very annoying. The recommended way to fight these guys is by getting on top of them and sitting there till you win. C tier. And now for all the C tier maps. We have a this thing and Wetland Aspect. Ophelian Sanctuary has these big pathways with rings over them, and Wetland Aspect is a marsh with a bunch of collapsed structures. These pathways are really annoying because you can't go all the way from one side of the map to the other unless you have a decent amount of movement speed to get over this ledge. I also find myself falling off quite often, unless you're playing Loader, in which case this is easily the best map in the game. Wetland Aspect looks bad and has the most atrocious teleporter spawns I've ever bore witness to. C tier.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
First up in B tier, artifacts. What are artifacts? Game modifiers. On stage 5, Sky Meadow, find one of these big holes and jump down. Run across this bridge and head into the research base. Here, you'll find a spot to cycle the compounds. There are 19 different artifacts, each with its own separate effect and code. Once the desired code has been entered, head to the computer and watch. Big portal. Get the artifact key randomly placed around the map and feed it to the big ball in the center. A health bar will appear and enemies will now spawn. Defeating enough of them spawns more artifact keys over time, for a total of 4. Feed the ball and get yeeted. Just don't fall off the map, because you will get fucked. After feeding each of the keys to the ball, it will bust and reveal your artifact. Collect it, and leave. The artifact is now permanently unlocked, and available to activate at the start of a round. Despite all the funnies, I don't actually use artifacts that often, as most of them do really weird stuff to your game. Especially the Artifact of Command. It's way too overpowered, and kind of ruins the point of a roguelike. B tier. It was at this point that I realized that I wasn't gonna have enough room in the tier list. So, much better. Next up, Australia's premier survivor, and distant cousin to Mark Zuckerberg, the Acrid. He's a big venomous lizard who hops around and takes a massive, wet, green dump upon landing. This area effect dump then does damage to enemies within range. I recommend using this to get on top of flying bosses, and then sitting there to slash at them for the next minute or two. Only downside of this jump ability is it's one of the hardest to control movement abilities in the game, and I find myself undershooting or overshooting the target quite often. Then, there's the COVID. Literally.
Spit on that thing.
Shoot this green spitball at a nearby enemy, and watch it get infected. Said infection then spreads to up to 20 nearby units. You are the plague. You are the rats. Unfortunately, unlike the Black Plague, this contagion can't actually kill enemies, instead bringing them down to 1 HP. So, you still need to go in and do the dirty work yourself. B tier.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still.
Artificer, the premier in aerial bombardment, or Captain's Wet Dreams. Your primary fires a volley of burning shots. Secondary is this energy bomb thingy, a flamethrower, and the ability to instantly erect the wall anywhere you want. Oh yeah, you also get a literal elytra. This thing is incredible and has saved my life many a time. Gliding is extremely useful for clearing large gaps, and flying high above crowds of pathetic ground enemies, who can only dream of hitting you all the way up here. Artificer is definitely a character you should spam every ability you have constantly. While this generally applies to some degree on every character, ability spam is especially effective on Artificer. B tier. Boss. Robbing the homeless. Not exactly an intended tactic, but very good in the right situation.
There's gate stacks behind you, watch out!
This only works if you have a friend who very frequently needs to leave the game right in the middle of a session.
Wait, Connor, if you gotta go, can you just scrap all your items into...
Before they evac, find and get the 3D printer.
Oh, and there's crit classes.
Scrap half your items for Logan, scrap half your items.
This is literally calling dibs on my dead body.
Yeah. Connor, get up here.
Connor. And kindly ask them to share all of their items right into your inventory. Thank you for your donation, sir.
Like,
this
go
will
through
do
gold
well in my
portals,
bank
Sarah.
account. B tier. Rex. He is the king of two things: hotboxing and healing. Everything from your primary to your special skill heals you. The trade-off? A severe lack of damage. Rex has a very interesting dynamic, because actually killing anything takes practically forever, but neither can anything really kill you. Hey, I'm getting shot at, I'm being raped by everything on the map. Oh my god. Well, if you're not an idiot at least. If you see a large crowd of goons, do not hesitate to fire this flower thingy into their ranks. It sucks everything in range to itself, and then sucks them some more to heal you. More enemies, more healing. So make sure to get as many as possible in one place. Rex has undergone the next stage of evolution, merging plant with clanker and converting his PP into a literal mortar. Costs a bit of HP, but definitely worth it. This attack has unlimited range, which means you can see your enemies from miles away. There is no escape. Diddy could only dream. B tier. A little freaky, but sometimes you need a little freak. Next up, the funny newt guy and his funny bazaar. He sells you various gadgets, known as lunar items, that have about a 50-50 chance of ending your entire run on the spot.
Assimilate another item into egocentrism. Oh fuck, Sero?
Oh no! You cooked yourself! You cooked yourself! You cooked yourself! Seriously, lunar items are cooked. And they will cook you. There are very few lunar items you'd ever actually want to pick up, and the game keeps their effects a complete mystery until you try them. Probably have better chances running around in the forest and eating random mushrooms. Better yet, time is paused in the bazaar, so you have infinite time to sit and contemplate your terrible life choices. Unless of course you use the wiki to find out exactly what all the items do. Don't worry though, the newt can also trade. 3 common items for an uncommon, or 5 uncommon for a legendary, which depending on the item is either a really good or really bad deal. Have a specific destination in mind? Well, for the low price of just 3 lunar coins, you can choose the next stage. Excellent. Doesn't change the fact that only about a third of the times you go to the bazaar will there actually be anything worth buying. B tier. And last to B tier, we have False Sun. Wait, False Sun? Uh-oh.
Here comes the sun.
He's big, sluggish, and has this massive club straight out of the Flintstones, which he uses to either whack or slam. Both of these attacks do decent damage, but once again, False Sun suffers from the same issue all other melee characters face too. In Risk of Rain 2, you do not want to get up close and personal with the enemies. As a general rule of thumb, if you can hit it, it can probably hit you too. Get out! Oh! Dash! Dash! Healing! Healing! Oh my god, what the fuck? Lunar Spikes. You have 4 of them, and each one acts as a stat boost. Need attack speed or armor? Don't use any. Need healing or movement speed? Use all of them, as each used Lunar Spike gives 2.5 health regen per second and 5% movement speed. He also has this big laser beam. It's good for flying enemies, but other than that, it's really kinda useless. B tier.
Have you seen my son?
Distant Roost, a small ledge on the side of a mountain. You have cliffs, small caves, and lots of floating pathways. Shattered Abodes, the IKEA parking lot in 500 years. Rally Point Delta, a valley, with snow and lots of ledges on the sides. It's also nighttime. Commencement, definitely fits the purpose of feeling like a grand final level. But the actual design is pretty bland, save for the giant thingy in the middle.
Let's see, look, that drone has nutsacks.
Stay away from the balls!
What?
No!
Which drone? Which drone?
Stay away
Oh
from the
god, you're
goddamn
not
balls!
wrong! That drone is literally a ball sack. Commencement is really, really big, meaning it takes quite a while to traverse without lots of movement speed. Also, this big guy with a hammer will beat the shit out of you. B tier. B tier done. Now for A tier. In A tier, we have the Clanker, Multi, the fastest shooter in the game. You fired a snail gun thingy with the most horrendous spread ever witnessed in all of human history. This giant square is the bounding box, and nails can go anywhere in this box. So, you want to stay relatively close to enemies, else you miss half your shots. Enemies too far. Switch to the Piercing Revar, which has unlimited range, unlimited penetration, and is ray traced. Meaning, if you miss, it is entirely your fault. Being a Clanker does have some upsides though. Press shift and compress like a tin can, gaining 200 armor and 220% movement speed. Enemies you hit while in transport mode feel the full frontal force of a DoorDash delivery Roomba colliding with them at 30 miles an hour. Have a big crowd of enemies. Use the grenade. Debuffs are very good on the nail gun, even with a relatively low proc coefficient, because he just fires so fast it doesn't even matter. Multi, A tier. And now for a throwback from this video. Gambling. But while Minecraft's gambling is purely interpretive, in Risk of Rain 2, gambling is a core mechanic, with the game having a literal slot machine. Smart people use this shrine of chance only after having already opened all the chests on the map, as these have guaranteed items. But this is boring and stupid. Any true Risk of Rain player knows the satisfaction of getting 2 in a row on the first try is well worth the risk. Or perhaps even 5 in a row on the first try.
I would advise going up here.
Hey,
'cause I
first try!
Did everything up here.
Second try, let's go!
Sarah did that one. Sarah!
Dude, I have the best luck with trying to transfer. I just did 3 in a row and I got all of them.
No. Let me do that one, Sarah. Sarah.
Oh my god, I got even, dude, 4 in a row. 4 in a row. You gotta let me do it. Oh my god, 5 in a row. What the fuck?
And he got a legendary from it. Really?
Then again, sometimes you get fucked over with 4 more fails in a row. What the hell is this scam? Gambling, am I right?
No, I lost it all.
Shrines of Chance do have one true upside over chests though. That being that you can get 2 items from them before they are exhausted. So, if you have the money, definitely spend all of it. Trust me, the excitement is well worth it. A tier. Remember the Artificer from back in B tier? Well, Seeker is basically Artificer, but better. Same attacks, same area effect bomb, better flight ability, and you get a Dio per stage. And, just like Dio, you aura farm. A lot. 7 times per stage in fact. Aura farming, or as the game calls it, meditating, increases all your stats per level, and once fully charged, can revive both you and your teammates. Now, it does reset on every stage, which is a little annoying, but definitely worth the trouble. On top of this, Seeker also has Flight and the Unseen Hand from ReZero. Sojourn stops all outside sources of damage, but flying for too long makes you start spontaneously evaporating. So, don't do that. A tier. Chef. You are a rolling pin who rolls around, rolls in the air, rolls sideways, and flattens stuff. Press shift to activate this Mario Kart movement ability. Fly around for a bit.
He's another glass.
Suckers! I'm heading up to your side of the map. And hit stuff with the boomerang knives. They can be thrown, held there for however long you want, and return upon releasing mouse 1. Just like Gordon Ramsay eating shepherd's pie, the chef has 2 types of throw up. Fire, and the, oil. Oiled? What the fuck? Yeah, I think he goes here. Spitting oil at enemies makes them oiled, which makes them take more damage from fire effects. This pairs really nicely with the fire throw-up, a term which I have now coined vomit comboing. A tier. Next up, the Shrine of Shaping. If used at any point in a stage, it gives everyone an extra life, reduces everyone's health by 30%, and revives all dead players. The extra life and health reduction both reset on the next stage, meaning, if one spawns, you should always use it. Would be S tier, but it's only useful if you die, which preferably doesn't happen in the first place. A tier. Now, for all the A tier maps. There's 6 total, 3 of which are actually good, and the other 3 being hard carried by the guaranteed legendary item on stage 4. Siphon Forest, Big Snowy Valley. So basically, Rally Point Delta, but it's daytime. Scorched Acres, looks really cool. That's about it. Titanic Plains, also just looks and feels nice. Sundered Grove, a mushroom forest. Moving around is kind of annoying because of the multiple elevation layers. Legendary can spawn in 1 of 5 places and is marked by these pink shrooms. Unfortunately, you can't tweak on them. Siren's Call. Instead of a legendary chest, break as many of these egg things as you can see. Eventually, J-Slat's left ball will spawn and drop a legendary upon being defeated. Abyssal Depths. Underground cave with a legendary chest at the center of the map, in this small cave. A tier.
No, not the mosquito again.
Bandit. The premier in backshots. No, literally. Just like in prison, all backshots are crits, meaning you should pretty much only go for backshots whenever possible. Bandit even has an invisibility, specially designed for doing just this. Go sneaky mode, get up close, and get some ass. Bandit's entire build is pretty much exclusively designed for giving backshots. Big gun. That can one-shot quite a lot of lower health enemies. Getting a kill with this gun resets all skill cooldowns, so use it wisely.
Oh my god!
Bandit is all around good in pretty much any situation, but I find the most success with large and tanky blokes, who move slowly, are really easy to sneak up to, and get behind.
Penetrate!
Except Mithrix, because while he is certainly a tanky bloke, he's also the fastest enemy in the game, and it's not even close. Once you are behind an enemy, use this slashy thingy that stacks hemorrhaging. What is hemorrhaging? Only one of the highest DOT effects in the entire game, that is. It deals an insane 2000% damage over 15 seconds, and can be stacked, so use it on bosses as much as possible. The dash ability is really good for dodging Mithrix's attacks. Just don't get stuck in midair.
Oh
That's
fuck!
game,
Oh
baby.
fuck!
Get
Oh
stuck
fuck!
in the air.
Ah! Dude, oh my god. S tier. Ah! Speaking of Mithrix, I found a way to completely cheese him. This strat works pretty much the same as one would do with an Iron Golem in Minecraft. Go to the edge of the arena and hop on one of these support beams. Mithrix will just stay below. You can then peek out and shoot him from above. This spot is even completely immune to the big ground wave slam attack. S tier, completely broken, probably getting patched after this video comes out. Our next item is truly one of the best. Void Cradles and Void Items. Getting a single good Void item can save a run on the spot, but also some items are really bad depending on the character you're playing. Opening a Void Cradle doesn't use gold. Instead, it extracts half your health and releases these little purple bastards that burrow into the nearest enemy, turning it into a vessel for their deliverance. What makes Void items so special, you ask? Getting a single Void item corrupts all the regular versions of that item you have, which is obviously really good if you have an OP Void item and a lot of the regular items that turn into it. Then again, it can also be really, really bad. For example, Wungus on Engineer. And, this thing. Absolutely not. Stay far away from that one. But generally speaking, S tier. Suppose you are tired of proc chains, and would instead prefer to kill bosses in a single hit or two. Railgunner. She snipe. Just like Maltese piercing rebar, the M99 has infinite range, and is ray traced. Only about 100 times better. You get this crazy scope, and a very modest base damage of, about 1000%. Yeah, just 1000%. And if that wasn't enough, being scoped in reveals weak spots on enemies, as these red boxes. Hitting these optimal penetration points means a guaranteed critical hit, taking the 1000% damage to a nice and comfortable 2000%. Then there's Supercharge. Base damage of 4000% and 150% weak point damage, coming to 10,000% total damage. This will one-shot bosses. Her non-sniping primary is also not bad. It has insane seeking, and with enough attack speed, you can fly. Only time I've ever found recoil useful. S tier. Speaking of turning not good things good, we have the Scrapper and 3D Printer. These two go hand in hand. Getting a single good 3D printer can completely change the course of a run, all on its own, and they can be used infinitely as long as you have items left to print. However, we have a small problem. 3D printers take a random item from your inventory and turn it into something else. Notice, random. Not ideal. If only there was a way to choose what item gets converted. This is where scrappers come in. Scrappers let you turn any item you have into scrap, which is then prioritized when using 3D printers. So, find a scrapper, convert all your trash into scrap, and then use the 3D printer. S tier. Loader. The best slapper in the game. She's technically a melee character, but really, Loader's a melee character in the same way a bullet fired from a gun is a melee character. You are the bullet. With a crazy grapple and full immunity to fall damage, the Charged Gauntlet ability is the only thing you'll ever really find yourself using, and for good reason. 2700% damage, and an additional 30% for every 1 meter per second of velocity you have at the time of impact. Combine this with a properly timed grapple, a crowbar or two, and you will one-shot bosses. The only character with better movement than Loader is Loader with a bunch of backup mags. Backup mags are top priority as they give you more grapples, so prioritize them at all costs. This is not optional.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's happening there, that's for sure.
Given enough grapples, you can do some truly incredible maneuvers. Here are a few examples. The swing and boost, the loop, the scuffed recovery, and finally, the fall, grapple, punch. Just like a monkey swinging around on branches, the more ledges to grab onto, the better. Ledges? Who needs ledges when enemies will do just as well? Loader can really grab onto anything. Oh, what's that? A blind pest? Guess what, goons? It's a grapple point now. See that Grove Tender up there? Would sure be a shame if I... Get one shot, bitches! Get a freaking one shot! Oh my god! The only good melee character. S tier. Next up, the closest thing Risk of Rain 2 has to an event. Void Seeds. These are giant toxic purple fart clouds that spawn goons inside and contain lots of valuable items, usually in the form of 2 to 3 void cradles. The goons are very aggressive and will beat you up given the slightest opportunity. Loader is especially good because of her ability to dash in and out of the Void Seed really quickly. And so is this guy, who can place down turrets to clear the Void Seed while he watches from afar. More on him later. S tier. And at long last we have, oh boy, Engineer. Engineer is easily the best character, has always been the best character, and will always be the best character. And it's not even close. Your primary is bad. Your secondary is bad. But none of this matters, because you won't be using them anyways. Instead, you'll be using these absolute units right here. Calling turrets overpowered would be a grave understatement. Every turret you place inherits a copy of all your items, and you can place 2 of them. So literally, item times 3. As for the best loadout, I've seen a lot of people really glazing the mobile turrets. These people are stupid. Stationary turrets are much better for a few reasons. They do more damage, are tankier, activate Bungus, and, most importantly, allow for use of the true meta engineer strategy. Place your turrets, throw down a shield, sit back, and watch them absolutely delete everything in sight. Oh my god, look at this happening! Oh my god, okay.
I think we're about to fight the boss, yeah.
Where is it? Okay, well, it's gone.
Freaking just deleted, bro.
Playing with a friend or two, you can even alternate shields for almost 100% uptime. As Engineer, almost every item is incredibly overpowered because they all stack on the turrets. However, there is one that you will want to prioritize above all else. Bungus. Bungus is completely busted. Stack the healing fields on each other with 1 bungus, and the turrets are hard to kill. Stack even just 2 or 3, and the turrets become almost immortal. And that's before we even get to Endless, which is where Engineer's true specialty starts to show. Obviously, in a game where you try to get as many items as possible, in as little time as possible, a character that literally gets 3 times the items would quickly become the best. He spawned on me, bro! Engineer is completely broken. No one else even comes close, like having 2 extra players on your team. If I was gay, I would suck his S tier. So, you're now exclusively playing Engineer, and find yourself at the Stage 5 teleporter. You now have 2 options. Either leave it as default and go to Mithrix.
Dude, he can't do anything, he's just stuck! He is
Is he actually getting
stuck.
stun locked? Is he getting stun locked?
Yes! Yes, I
The
told
way
you,
it
bro,
works
I
on the
told you.
boss?
I told you
There's
it's so
no
much
way.
letting me get...
Or, shift destination, loop back to stage 1, and farm items until you become a literal god. Wait, there's a void seed here. That's right, I'm talking about Endless Mode, where the enemies stop being a threat in game, and instead come out of your screen to attack your PC directly.
What did you do? Sarah, God damn it, what did you do?
I did not do anything. That is
Shit, that's game.
I'm picking it up! I'm picking it up! Oh my god, I'm picking it up. We're back! I, for one, am a firm believer that Risk of Rain 2 is meant to be played with at least 1 loop. I also believe I found the best exploit to truly metamax Endless Mode. Step 1. Go through levels normally, looting everything you see. Step 2. Open all legendary chests and go to the Newt on every chance you get. What you're looking for is Sonorous Whispers. This is a legendary item that makes bosses and elites drop items on death. Surely, this item is perfectly balanced with no exploits whatsoever. Step 3. Continue looping until you can one-shot everything. Step 4. Head to the bazaar once more, but instead of going to Mr. Newt, jump down into the giant pit and aim for the cave on the side. Head down the cave and enter the null portal. Congrats, you have now entered the void fields. The void fields contain 9 of these cells that need to be activated and charged by standing in the purple bubble for 1 minute each. During the charging, enemies are spawned for you to fight. But what if we activate the cells and just don't charge them? Using this strategy, you can literally just farm enemies practically forever. I fucking launched myself! Normally a pretty useless tactic, but remember from earlier, we have Sonorous Whispers, making every boss or elite drop an item. And with enough time, the only enemies that still spawn are bosses and elites. I present to you, the item farm.
Happening right now. I don't think anyone can know what's happening. Imagine if someone had to like break down what was happening on the screen right now.
It would take them a million years, like, to understand a single frame of this.
You realize that our goal is to try and crash the game, right? I do not even know what's happening on my screen. Holy shit, what is happening?
What is this? What
Why
the
is this so
hell was
laggy?
that?
Oh no, the enemies are reviving. The enemies are reviving. Cyril, I think the issue is that the enemies revive. That might be causing a few issues with the game. Holy shit, the top of the mountain.
Wait, is the bustling zone? Oh my god, look at this. Come up here, come up here.
Cyril, the top of the mountain, Cyril. Okay,
Yeah, I know, I see.
items, Cyril.
Yeah, I'm collecting all of them right now. There is hundreds of items on the floor right now. We're actually gonna reach the 1,000 mark. We're actually gonna reach the 1,000 mark.
If we haven't already, that is.
No, yeah, we're past 1,000. We're past 1,000.
Cyril, it's definitely that they respawn, Cyril. I can tell you right now, it's because they're reviving, Cyril.
Yeah,
the game
they
is
are.
not made for that.
Dude, okay, I'm dropping to 18 FPS sometimes now.
Dude, it's because there's so many items. Oh my god, it just went up really high. There's so many items.
No, they're still here.
Replace them. I got it. Oh wait, it's done.
Dude, I'm just... Look how many items are on the floor. Dude, look how many items are on the floor.
I know. Can you do your scanner, or do you not have it anymore? I'm assuming you lost it or something at this point.
No, I did it.
Oh no, you didn't lose it.
Just pick up everything. Chat, we might have actually maxed out the game, like, as far as you can go. There's nothing else will happen if you just keep going.
That's it, bro. We did it. Oh my god. We were actually able to do the farming strat this time, Sarah, without,
Yes.
you know, fucking it up. I'm opening up a chest right now.
Okay, the
If you guys
fireworks!
so many-
The fireworks, the fireworks, the fireworks.
Oh no! Oh no! It's still going! Oh no! Oh, it's still going! Cyril, it is still
Where is
going!
it? Where is it? Where is
Cyril.
it?
Oh my god! Look over there! Look over there. Oh my god.
What is happening?
I opened it like 30 seconds ago.
Wait, look at me sprint. Look at me sprint, bro. Look at me sprint. Try sprinting, bro.
Oh my god, I can just fly. I can
literally
legitimately
fly. In fact, Endless has so much to offer, I'll outline the entire thing in another video. S tier.
I do not even know what's happening on my screen. Holy shit, what is happening?
Abandoned Aqueduct. A very nice map with 2 guaranteed bans if you can find the pressure plates. Verdant Falls. Also looks really cool. And finally, Sky Meadow. Sky Meadow is absolute cinema. Does anything really need to be said? The aesthetics are amazing, the terrain is great, the music is peak, just don't get sniped by the flying boulders. And most importantly, it's definitely better than this thing. S tier. Hey, aren't we done yet? No? What's left? What could possibly come after S tier? Womp womp. Warband, a radius effect, egocentrism. 25 extra health, minus 50% attack speed, 5 armor, not 5%, 5. Deletes crit classes, equipment speed hacks, 25% health boom boom, good luck regioning, deletes all yellow items, insta-kill at 13%. If enemy is at 13%, it's gonna die anyways. Temporary extra damage per kill, very little of it though, summon beetle guy, no money for you. 5% of items picked up turn to lunar items. Bad. Throw shuriken, 20% damage, breaks the low health. Microbots, hey, I remember this from somewhere. Useless back then, and still useless now. Deletes all Runas and Kajara's bands, less equipment cooldown, 1 health per kill. Hook everything, bad healing items, small bombs on kill, reduce armor by 60. Worse than it sounds. Speed, but inconsistent. Random equipment effects, fireworks launched upon opening a chest. Bounce enemies upwards, essentially just putting them out of range of your own attacks half the time. Jump higher, hard to control your own movement. Jump forward, hard to control your own movement. Speed but inconsistent. Treasure on kill, 1 health per hit. Throw funny metal thing, 4% increase to stats per buff. Why is this a legendary? Just why? Okay. 10% more max health. Revive, but all items are now void. You're probably cooked anyways. Summon a funny pyramid. They make good distractions. More health and regen. Heal fast out of combat. Loot boxes. Slow enemies on hit. Stun enemies on hit. Drop healing orb on kill. 5% crit chance and 12% attack speed if your gambling pays off. The more fucked you're getting, the more this helps you. 20% damage to bosses. Summon spooky on kill. Heal after taking damage. Smaller teleporter radius, but charges faster. Exponentially better on endless. 5% crit chance. Again, why is this legendary? Just why? Full health enemies explode. Keys for use at a later date. More equipment charges. 30 armor with sprinting. Good for when you need to escape. 25% speed out of combat. Less speed exactly when you need it the most. Take less damage, deal more damage, armor, and more armor. Good. Character dependent. Bustling fungus, engineer creams at just a sight. Weeping fungus, good on everyone except engineer. Do you know where your skills are? Do you know where your utility skills? Tentacle rooted thing, extremely OP but only on engineer. Proc chain extraordinaire, loader and engineer. Anyone who shoots fast. Do you know where your debuffs are? Debuff transfer, do you use your secondary skill?
The missile knows where it is.
Heavy hits, close range hits, double damage, half health. This will kill you, but it's very fun. Bleed, very OP if you shoot very fast. Specially designed for loader. The third turret TM, gold when you get hit.
The missile
Skill cooldown, reduce. And finally, good. 15% more attack speed, very balanced. Crit, bleed, and explosions. 100% extra crit damage, 10% crit chance. I'm starting to notice a trend with crit being very good. Lightning, 10% increase to all stats. Growth nectar, but it's actually good. Movement speed, shield on kill, movement speed and attack speed. Loss of movement speed, healing plant, infinite legendaries, double jump. No more debuffs. Dio, fire damage, missile upgrade, drone upgrade, fire, shield on healing, good on everyone but busted on edgy. Investing TM, the magic cock ring TM. Will save your life many times. 1200% damage ice storm. Will save your life but just once. Landing on enemies, reroll all unlucky chances once. Casinos are shivering in your timbers. Pay to 2 dodge mode, crowd control lightning, explode on death, testicle, homing eyes, homing skull, safer for letter in your chest, will save your life many times and double all healing.
Oh my god, it took so many tries. Holy shit.
And now are we finally done? Yes. Yes. Only a small percentage of people on Earth are actually subscribed to me, so if you enjoyed the video, consider becoming one of those people. You will be very special indeed. Also check out my occasional very scuffed streams. I also have a Discord server and channel memberships if you want to support me.
Yes, I see. Until next time.